to learn another. Wonderful. So you found yourself a bracer, that key by rights. It's true. But that's no excuse to impose upon others. Oh, is this why Bluntstones always finish last? Head to the Academy of Raya, Luke. Carry on with your journey. Don't bother holding yourself up for my sake. Head to the Academy. Carry on with your... Don't bother holding yourself...
Make good use of it. I don't intend to make a habit of scavenging. Ah, yes. I wonder if you've met my foster father. He's in his study. The room, if you haven't already, I advise you introduce. Father is leader of the Round Table. I'm sure talking to him will be worth your while. It's about time I headed off. I'll see you again, warrior, should the fates deign it.
Are you that you've done well? I am Enya, the Finger Reader. I interpret the words of the fingers, envoys to the greater will. Look there. The fingers tremble. To welcome you shall let their wisdom.
Great Elden Ring. Root of the Golden Order, anchor of all lands, giver of grace, wellspring of all joy. Until it was shattered, the tragic corruption of the Order has taken its toll. Across the realm, life lies in ruin, fallen to foul curses and misery spread. Unabated, but the greater will has not abandoned the realm. So it is that the Tarnished are guided by grace. Brave Tarnished, your great rune is a handsome seek, and to become Elden Lord.
Let the words of the fingers guide you. Great runes are the children of the goddess, Queen Marika. She who is vessel of the Elden, tainted by the strength of their runes, her children warred, but none could become, and so grace was extended. Listen, the fingers speak.
The greater will has long renounced the demigod. Tarnished show no mercy. Have their heads.
Indeed. But remember, the demigods are each and all. Godric the Grafted was but a distant the runt of the litter. His divine blood sorely diluted.
You've received the wisdom of the Den just as promised. I bid you welcome. As a true member of the Round Table, I am known as Gideon Offn. As a Tarnished who wishes to stand before the Elden Ring and become Elden Lord, I am accumulating knowledge. You now belong to a select group of fellows. You'll be after more great runes now, eh? Then as your fellow, allow me to divulge a little knowledge. The inheritors of the great runes, the Shard, we of the Round Table know the location of 5 of them, including the one you defeated. Godric the Grafted, Lord General Radahn, who fought Melania and her rot to a standstill in Praetor Rykard, Lord of the Volcano Manor of Mount Morgoth, the Grace-Given, Veiled Monarch and Lord of Lane and Renala, Queen of the Full Moon, ruler of Raya Lucaria's Academy. You'll still be after more great runes, won't you? So, Godric the Grafted, despite being the blood of Godfrey, first Elden Lord, he's a grotesque old fool. His castle lies upon the cliff to Limgrave's north, but I suspect you know that well enough. General Radahn, the famed Red Lion and Scourge of the Stars, is a ferocious warrior. He fought Melania and her rot to a standstill in the Caelid Wilds to Limgrave's east. And now Caelid has been engulfed by the Scarlet Rot. Even approaching the region is no mean feat. I've heard survivors of Radahn's army are still in the wilds, staving off the rot with fire. And if it's true, I suspect Radahn. I doubt he much resembles his former self anymore. Praetor Rykard is the Lord of the Volcano Man. He is a ruthless justiciar who commands a company of inquisitors, reviled for his serpentine demeanor. The volcano, Mount Gelmir, lies in the west of the Altus Plateau, the realm of the Erd Tree. It was the stage of the most appalling battle in the entirety of the Shattering. Rykard has committed the grave sin of blasphemy, marking himself as an enemy never to be forgiven. Morgoth the Grace-Given is Lord of Lanedale. It lies at the foot of the Erd Tree, in the east of the Altus Plateau. But the Two Fingers forbid us from venturing until we've acquired enough great runes to repair the Elden Ring. Set your sights elsewhere for the time being. The Veiled Monarch. The Academy of Raya Lucaria lies to Limgrave's north. Renala is queen of the Carian royals, who govern the Academy, but Renala herself is no demigod. Her beloved Radagon left her to become Queen Marika's second husband, taking the title of King Consort. The Great Rune dwells within the Amber Egg. I understand you've been She's my daughter. I took her in when she lost the guy. Though a mere axe-wielding barbarian, her youthful credulity suited my purposes. So I put her to work. Do not hesitate to employ her. Despite her looks, she is more than capable in the present. Well, what is it?
Ah, we meet again after all. I apologize for any offense given by my bearing. So. Ah, you defeated Godric and claimed yourself a great rune. Looks like we both got what we wanted out of Stormveil. Well done. Something to mark the occasion. Go on. As you might have guessed, I still can't move. My fighting days are behind me. No need to be polite. The misshapen corpse under Stormveil. That is a sacred relic of the Black Knives plot, as that famed night of assassination is known. It happened during the golden age of the Erd Tree, long before the shattering of the Elden Ring. Someone stole a fragment of the Rune of Death from Malekith, the Black Blade, and on a bitter night, murdered Godwyn the Golden. That was the first recorded death of a demigod, and it became the catalyst. Soon, the Elden Ring was smashed, and thus sprang forth the war known as the Shattering. I once wished to become a scholar, you see. I've spent many an hour scouring the archives for knowledge of that fateful plot. The world has grown crooked, and if you intend to put it to rights, You'd better understand what happened to make it this way. And that thing is to blame for the shape I'm in now. I urge the utmost caution. Don't disturb the corpse. Ah, so you've met Dee. Dee is an old friend. We found ourselves journeying together for a time, bound by our exploration of death. But our paths have since diverged, never again to cross. Though that's hardly an uncommon fate for two friends. Dee was telling me that he discovered the mark of the centipede. The centipede is an ancient symbol of the curse mark. As long as whoever finds and uses it is not nefarious by nature, then we may be able to form an alliance. If only I could speak to them in person. And if they were like you, all the better.
Did you need some? Are you acquainted with a man, you know, the piteous fellow hiding away on the balcony? He was a formidable spellblade in times past. Don't let his easy air deceive you. He was wise beyond his years, stout of heart and clear of mind. No more, though. You see him now, ravaged by thorns, muttering and rambling, like he's half dead already. I can't stomach to what. Take well the lesson, friend. That's how you end up when seduced by those who live in death. When grace is sullied, it rots people from the inside.
Thanks for your help. That bloody finger was a thorn in my side. And now I'm finally rid of him. Here's a token of thanks. Please. I may not have much time. I'm dying to see you. Eleonora. Yes, I've been tracking Eleonora for... She is the deadliest of all bloody fingers. She's felled many an old hand already. But if she comes for you, do not think twice. You must flee. There is no shame in self-preservation. Be on your way. Perhaps we will meet again. If fate permits.
You're... Michaela's favor can be your... Slaughter. But all you need do is snatch it from the big pot. Pretty.
You're tarnished, aren't you? I welcome you to the Church of Vows. I am Miriel, steward of this sacred chamber. My apologies for the unseemly state of... Do you know the origin of this place? How it came to be known as the Church of Vows? Well, that is a shame. But who can blame you? It is here, at the Church of Vows, that the great houses of the Erd Tree and the Moon were joined by the matrimonial bond between red-haired and so our church holds in view the monuments of the Erd Tree of the capital and... Oh, was there something you need? You are free to show yourself around. I would serve as your guide, only my legs aren't what... If you find anything of use, unless perhaps you are in search of instruction, in which case I will share all that I know. Do you possess any solution? Then I would like to share my knowledge concerning the miracle. Radagon once cleansed himself, repented his territorial aggressions, and swore his love to the Order of the Erd Tree, and the fate of the Moon were conjoined. This miracle blesses the Church too, and so you need only follow Radagon's example to restore any bond, however strained or severed, to its rightful state. My faith does not. The miracle rooted in these grounds will once again mend the world. And this time, its bounty will not be squandered. If you would be Elden, I hope that you too will. You wish to know more of Lord Radagon was a great champion. He came to these lands at the head of a great golden host. He soon repented his territorial aggressions there, and became husband to the Carian queen. However, when Godfrey, first Elden Lord, Radagon left Rennala to return to the Erd Tree capital, becoming Queen Marika's second husband and taking the title of second Elden. The mystery endures to this day as to why Lord Radagon would cast Lady Rennala, and moreover, why a mere champion would be chosen for the seat of... You wish to know more of Lady Rennala? She is queen, head of the Carian royal family, and governor of the great and beautiful full moon witch. Sadly, her heart was broken when Lord Radagon left her. And then, when the Academy rebelled against the royals, she was locked away. To experience the miracle, kneel in the basin at the back and cleanse yourself with absolution will be yours. You know, it's said that Lord Radagon, a famed sculptor of the Erd Tree capital, was once summoned to render Lord Radagon's likeness in giant stature when he glimpsed the skeleton in Radagon's closet. And as such, it's said the great statue harbors his secret too. In the end, Lady Rennala was left alone, cradling the amber egg. Now she devotes herself to it through forbidden rite, the grim art of reincarnation. You would do well to remember, severing a vow, strongest of bonds, has consequences ever...
So please grant me forgiveness, Queen Marika. I didn't notice you'd be doing my job, same as ever. Just lay out your... Those words were not meant for you. I may be prisoner to you, tarnished, but my prayers are mine. Well, I've had my say.